welcome to the Blue Corner. My name is Dennis, and once again, it's time for my monthly pickup videos. And this time, it's gonna be August 2025. So, as usual, let's not drag it along and just get straight into the Blu-rays. And continuing trying to pick up all the PM Entertainment Blu-rays out of Focus Media, I picked up Cybertracker. And now I've never been that big a fan of Don the Dragon Wilson, so I haven't been in a rush to pick up these movies. They are some of the first ones they put out, but there were other movies out of the line that I wanted more. So now that I'm pretty close to having the ones they put out so far, I guess I had to go for the ones I was missing. So of course, German release, German text. Yeah, not great movies, but trying to complete the collection, that's what you gotta do. Cybertracker 2, more Don the Dragon Wilson, PM Entertainment, and still German text, everything. Again, not great movies, but I do have some fun with them. But let's just continue on so we don't make this video too long. More German editions. Now, this one I did have planned to pick up when it first got announced, but I couldn't find any info of English subtitles or anything, so held off getting it. And then I noticed Bluray.com had updated the listing and it had English subtitles, so I took a chance, found a used one, and I picked up Iron Monkey 2 for the Donnie Yen collection. Now, much like Cybertrackers 1 and 2, this isn't really a great movie, especially not when you call it Iron Monkey. It's nothing at all like the first Iron Monkey. The first Iron Monkey is one of Donnie Yen's best movies. This is not. Had they found a different name for it than Iron Monkey, then it would have been an okay movie, I guess. But as an Iron Monkey movie, not the greatest. So I guess that's also why that you don't see many companies putting this one out on Blu-ray. I was surprised that even Germany put it out. So, but it's in the Donnie Yen collection. Let's see. The artwork from the first one, not this one. Yeah. It is what it is. It's in the collection. I do like the red cases though. From Eureka, I picked up Martial Law, Low Ways Wuxia World, 3-movie collection. The Black Butterfly, Death Valley, Vengeance of a Snow Girl. More Shaw Brothers. And I'm clearly never gonna be a true Shaw Brothers fan. I've said it before, many of these Shaw Brother movies are movies I'm seeing for the first time on these editions. And while I do prefer movies having their own edition, 1 movie per release, I'm starting to be more and more happy that Eureka puts out a lot of these movies like this, because The Black Butterfly and Death Valley, okay movies, not great. Kinda didn't like them all that much, really. And then Vengeance of a Snow Girl, the one out of the 3 that I would say I liked that one. Still not great, but I liked it. So yeah, I do prefer my 80s and 90s Hong Kong action movies. The Shaw Brothers, I never grew up with it. Like I said, first time watching a lot of the movies. They do have some really great ones, but with all the releases I've picked up over the last few years, there's been way more misses than hits for my personal taste, I guess. Plus, there's several that I haven't watched yet. More on that a little later, in a few minutes, I guess. uh, Next, from Arrow, I did pick up Enemy Territory. Another first time watch. I was actually surprised that I knew nothing about this movie. Tony Todd has always, ever since Candyman is one of the horror movies I grew up watching. Michael Myers, never really grew up with him. Didn't see several of the movies till Scream Factory put out the first Blu-ray box set. I grew up with Candyman to some degree, Jason, Maniac Cop, and Jockey. Freddy and Michael didn't really catch on with me, I guess, early on. So Tony Todd was one actor that, okay, I like Candyman. Tony Todd's in it. I'm watching it, and he's in this one. Never knew it, and I quite enjoyed this one. Tony Todd was the best part of this, no doubt. And yes, it's Blu-ray. I guess we can't get 4K for everything. As much as I would prefer that, we didn't. But this is staying in the collection for sure. Yeah. Just get that back in now. So yeah, Enemy Territory, good movie, highly recommended. Speaking of Shaw Brothers, I did it again. I picked up Shaw Brothers Classics, Volume 7, 11 more movies. But unlike Volume 5 or 3, 4, 5, and 6, I've actually watched these 11 movies. Yeah. I was waiting for several of these editions to come in, so I had almost a week where nothing came in the mail, and I guess I spent those on watching more Shaw Brothers. And once again, 11 movies, and I kinda liked about half. Let's see, Heroes Shed No Tear. So, yeah. The Proud Twins and A Deadly Secret. Alexander Fusheng is one that I quite enjoy of the Shaw actors. Sadly, he's no longer with us and hasn't been for quite some time. So let's see, Shaolin, Handlock, Swordsman, and Enchantress. Again, much like the Eureka, I'm kind of glad that we get these box sets. Heaven Swords and Dragon Saber, Heaven Sword and Dragon Saber Part 2. If I bought all these editions just like that, and it was $20-$30 per edition, I would have kicked myself, I think. The Shadow Boxer, the Spiritual Boxer. The Spiritual Boxer was the only one in this set that I had seen before, and is the one in the box set I like the most. I see Emperor's Tomb Raider and Legend of the Bat. See, I liked the Emperor's Tomb Raider from logging these movies on Letterboxd as I saw them. I seem to like the ones that other people don't really like, and the ones they really like, I don't really. I saw a lot of simple story, no real main standout actor in the movie. stuff like that. And those were the movies that I kind of enjoyed. Yeah, I guess I'm a simple guy. See, last of the Blu-rays, I picked up a media book. I German media book. I normally wait for a standard edition, but Jet Li, Master der Shaolin, Legend of the Red Dragon, as I know it. I used to have it, or I might still have the DVD. I did have a Danish DVD with English audio track, and I've always wanted an upgraded version with the original audio track and English subtitles. This one do, and it is again German text. This is the first time on Blu-ray, as far as I know. I might be wrong. Who knows? I picked it up. It was one of the few Jet Li movies I was missing in HD, and I picked up this version because that was the cover I knew. This is the same as the DVD had. I don't like the title though. The German editions, I've talked about it before. They call this one Master der Shaolin. They put out the original Shaolin Temple starring Jet Li, the first movie he ever starred in, and called it Master der Shaolin. Two different movies, same name. Yeah, so just a little gripe. See, there's one of the alternate artwork. I do believe there was 6 or 7 different artworks you could have gone with, and while I do like this style, there was a few of them I had a hard time deciding on which one I liked the most, so I just picked the one I knew. Another one that you could have chosen, the one I chose. Just a bunch of pictures and a lot of German text. Another cover. Let's see. I know I should be showing you. And another cover and a few other covers. So, yeah. And the DVD. These editions aren't cheap, so hence I don't buy them a lot, since I can't read the text and I don't need the DVD. But to have the edition with the original audio track, more than likely, no, not more than likely, it is the first time I've watched the movie with the original audio track, so that's a plus. With that, let's just continue with the 4Ks. I'm beefing up my favorite actors collections a little bit. I might be doing new videos in that vein come January, so you're gonna see a bunch of Arnold, Stallone, Bruce, hopefully, if there's some I'm missing, stuff like that, Donnie Yen movies in the next few months. Whenever there's a 4K I don't have, I'll be upgrading. So I did upgrade Red Heat, Arnold first. Walter Hill movie, quite underrated. Both Arnold and Walter Hill movie, in my mind. I did not remember it all that much, but boy did I enjoy it when I was watching it. And yes, I highly recommend this one. Terminator, of course, you know it. Hopefully, I would assume. And nice to have it in the collection. Let's see, if you want to read, you know it, of course, I would assume. And it's just a 4K disc. And we can do Red Heat too if you want to read that. And that has both Blu-ray and the 4K. Now, if only we can get a proper 4K edition of Terminator 2 and 3, then we can complete the 4K collection. I also picked up Running Man. Always enjoyed this one. Again, underrated Arnold movie. One that's not really talked about nearly as much as Terminator, Predator, stuff like that. And I enjoy it, and surprisingly enough, still had the slip, which I don't need. And of course, now we're getting a remake that I am kind of interested in watching. See what they do with that. They do they have remade Total Recall of Arnold's before. Mixed reactions on that one. Let's see, that's it for the Arnold this round. Let's continue with Stallone. Cliffhanger, one of my favorite Stallone movies of all time. Now, this does also have a 4K edition with Dolby Vision. This one doesn't, but you have to buy the Steelbook to get the Dolby Vision. I'm in Denmark, ordering from America, where they use the flimsiest packaging you could ever imagine, almost. I'm not ordering a Steelbook. Yeah, so I decided this one was good enough for me, and damn did I enjoy it, of course, this time too. And the audio track on this one, the chopper, when that comes into the picture, high recommend. Lockdown, or not lock up, not lockdown. Also, more Stallone, old Stallone, underrated Stallone. Again, came with the slip that I don't need. Of course, same artwork there, and you do have both Blu-ray and 4K. Again, highly underrated Stallone movie, if you ask me. Again, one people doesn't talk about nearly as much as they maybe should. In the great, I'm not gonna say greatest Stallone movies. Both Arnold and Stallone have made so many movies that it's kind of hard to pick which ones are the best. But again, I enjoyed Lock Up quite a bit. Next one, when it first came out, first time I saw it, I've seen it twice now. First time, hated. I don't want to say hated it, but I did not like it. I do have one short video, or shorts video on my channel. It is a quick thoughts on Expendables 4, and I had to go with trash or treasure, and I put it in trash. First time watch, didn't like it. Second time, still didn't like it, but I had a little more fun with it the second time around, knowing what to expect. So, yeah, of course, again, slipcover. Gonna be in the Stallone video, and maybe some else. Let's just wait and see. Of course, I have 1, 2, and 3. It kind of felt like I had to get the fourth one too. I don't know if we need any more though. It just doesn't feel the same anymore. The good actors from the earlier ones are no longer included. And okay, well, I guess there's another Arnold. I forgot I also picked up Raw Deal. This one from the UK. And what was it they called it? I saw a tagline for it that I kind of liked in the special features, I think. Something along with a gangster, his attempt on a gangster movie. Again, I don't know if I'll put this one on the underrated, but I've always liked this one more than most. I I don't know, going undercover just seems a little ridiculous. This big guy supposedly undercover. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I have fun with it. I like it. It was a fun rewatch. The transfer, eh, not the best I've seen. I did not pre-order. I did order this and Red Sonja on 4K, but then I got let's see, from one of the Arrow titles I picked up. I did get this card, with the Red Sonja on it. So I saw the review for the Studio Canal Red Sonja 4K, and well, cancel that one, and I'll be waiting for the Arrow edition. No announcement for Raw Deal from Arrow, so I decided to stick with this one. Hopefully, Arrow will be better than Studio Canal for Red Sonja. Let's go back to Stallone. Another media book. This was the UK version. It came out both in Germany and the UK. I picked up the UK edition because that has English text in the middle I can actually read, unlike the German one. So I picked up Over the Top 4K, and again, great Stallone. Greatest? Maybe not. It's cheesy Stallone that I still have fun with. I'm an 80s and 90s kid, so I'll go with these movies any day of the week to watch over a lot of newer stuff. Just see if there's actually English text and a bunch of great pictures and the DVD. Oh, no, that's Blu-ray and 4K. That's what is included. And this did come out in a steelbook edition too. You had the choice between the media book or the steelbook. Again, I'm not a steelbook collector anymore, so when I can, I'll go with the media book or the standard edition over the steelbook. From Scream Factory, I picked up Sleepaway Camp 2. I like these movies. The first one, we know what the first one's famous for if you're in the horror community. I actually prefer the second one of the original trilogy. I haven't seen more than those. I do believe the second one is the one I like the most. The first one, it's the ending that's the shock factor of that movie and nothing more really. And I do really have fun with the second one, so I decided to pick that one up. Sadly, no sign of the first one on 4K yet, so until then, I'm gonna have to do with Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. And, well, guess that's, if you don't know it, and there you do. Read up, and it's gone. Third one, read up, pause the video, and it's gone. And there was last month I did have a Scream Factory 4K that was only 4K. These two are 4K too, only no Blu-ray, because I guess Scream Factory doesn't have the rights to the Blu-ray anymore. Some Sandpiper Pictures or whatever the name was did put out Blu-rays not that long ago. For whatever reason, Scream didn't want to renew, I guess. I yeah, they must have seen the demand online for reprints, upgrades. Yeah. Next, from Arrow, I did pick up Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning, the UK edition. Bunch of special features. Not my favorite Texas movie, but I still enjoyed them. And this was a nice upgrade. I did have a Canadian combo pack, I do believe it was, Blu-ray. So to get nice upgrades with see, this is what I'm talking about, single editions. I will take this one on single edition releases over the combo pack any day of the week. Same with the US edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let's put it over here. This one didn't come out in the UK on 4K, so I had to get the US edition. Just wait 6 months to a year, and Arrow is gonna be putting this one out in the UK too, I guess. I would not be surprised. And of course, booklet and poster. Oh, I forgot. Alternate artwork. Arrow does at least still do alternate artwork. Scream doesn't on most of the 4Ks they've put out. Let's see, there's the beginning. I don't. Did they do it on? I would not be surprised if they didn't on Sleepaway Camp. Let's just check. Nope. That's one of my biggest gripes with Scream Factory's 4K editions. I really did like the new commissioned artwork they put out on the Blu-ray editions. And now we're getting 4Ks. That's just the standard. From Arrow, I also picked up Thief, James Caan. Great movie. One I hadn't seen in many years, and I don't know why. But watching it, I still really enjoy it. I never got around to getting the Criterion edition and the slipcover. This nice feel. I don't know what to call it, but there's just some of the slipcovers they do that have this special feel to them. Let's see. There's alternate artwork. I never picked. I do believe Arrow must have done this on Blu-ray before, and I know Criterion did do the 4K, and I never got around to picking any of them up. I'm not a big Criterion guy, so I don't pick up a bunch of them, even though there's one coming up in November that's a must get, which you'll see by then. Let me know down below if you can guess which November title that I'm in the market for. See if you can guess it correctly. But Thief, highly recommended. Glad it's finally in the collection. Last Arrow title, of course, I had to get The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Big upgrade from previous 4K editions. At least I think it is. And of course, had to get the last one. Thankfully, I was pre-ordering this as soon as I saw it went live. Apparently, it already sold out and did really fast. I'm not gonna fold out the poster. So, I would have been bummed out if I had only gotten the first two on the limited edition sets and then had to get the standard for the third one. So, yeah. And of course, different artwork. Yeah, so there's that. Great movie, of course. Not my favorite Western, but it's way, 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 way up there. So nice to have these big editions of these movies now. Now, I do categorize my movies by company, and then I try to do alphabetically within the company, but I don't know with these the spines on these 3 movies does form a picture. So do I have to put them next to one another, or put them in the spot I would normally do? Yeah. And then finally, more Shaw Brothers. One that I actually really enjoy, that's gotten an upgrade to 4K. This might be the only one I'm willing to upgrade to 4K. Maybe that okay. There's a few other movies that I would upgrade, but I don't see 88 getting the rights to those. So I did pick up King Who's Come Drink With Me on 4K. One of the few ones I've really enjoyed. So this was worth the upgrade. And they do while I don't care anymore, they did give this the original number that the Blu-ray had. So you can, if you don't separate your Blu-rays and 4Ks, you can put it straight in with the other in this line. Poster, nothing much, and you do have alternate artwork. So that's it, my August pickups. So let's just go straight into what I've watched, what I haven't watched, if any, who knows. But of course, let's just run it back. Come Drink With Me, I have watched it. Good, the Bad, the Ugly, I have watched it. Thief, I have watched it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, I have watched it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just watched it minutes, or finished watching it minutes before recording this. It came in yesterday, so just in the nick of time. Sleepaway Camp 3, I have watched it. Sleepaway Camp 2, I have watched it. Over the Top, I have watched it. Raw Deal, I have watched it. Expendables 4, I have watched it. Lock Up, I have watched it. Cliffhanger, I have watched it. Running Man, I have watched it. Terminator, I have watched it. Red Heat, I have watched it. Again, been watching a lot of movies. Master der Shaolin, I have watched it. Enemy Territory, I have watched it. 3 Shaw movies, I have watched them. Iron Monkey 2, I have watched it. Cyber Tracker 2, I have watched it. Cyber Tracker 1, I have watched it. 11 Shaw Brothers movies, I have watched them. So that's a total of 22 releases and 34 movies I think I came up with total. So watched them all, not a single one unwatched, and that gives me another 100%. We're getting close to have watched everything I picked up in the year of 2025. Still not there, but we're getting there. And with that, until next time, peace out.